Well, multiple construction projects are being worked on right here in the Permian Basin, but one in particular is Interstate 20. Our Lidiana Reyes has more.
No matter where you are, construction seems constant in the Midland and Odessa area, and it's frustrating some local drivers despite the need.
I feel like it's very inconsistent. It takes super long for anything to get done in Midland.
Obviously, it's frustrating when you see the congestion in this city. However, I think it's much needed, and I think it'll pay dividends for us in the future.
To be honest, with everything going on, I feel like it causes a lot of traffic jams, so it's kind of hard to get by.
This town needs help. I'm serious. You got three big major construction companies that do well, but it's not enough.
There's a lot of projects going on all at once, and there's a lot of traffic.
The Cotton Flat Overpass and the Midkiff Overpass on I-20 are projects that have been ongoing for several years. TxDOT is also in the process of widening I-20. Some wonder why multiple projects are happening simultaneously, but there's a good reason, TxDOT says.
I want to know, why can't you finish one project before you start another one? We hear that pretty regular, and the way I respond is that we've got too much catching up to do in Midland and Odessa. With the large increase in energy production that started in 2012, it took us quite a while to get the funding out here in the Permian Basin to start improving some of these roadways and improving the congestion.
Adding to the frustration is unreasonable expectations. Councilman Craig Stoker says that most people expect construction to happen overnight.
There are many steps and stages to the process, and letting materials cure, and the concrete has to be a certain way, and the asphalt has to be delivered, and building out the infrastructure to even build the facility to begin with. And there are just a lot of steps that go into this that perhaps people don't realize, or the expectation is that we can wave the magic wand and that they be built. And it's something I grew up around. My father was chair of TxDOT, and he always talked about the road ferry, that people wanted the road ferry to come along in the middle of the night and wave their magic wand and there'd be a new highway. But the reality of that is just that doesn't exist.
It takes time to build, and it involves more than just constructing a road.
Like the I-20 projects, we're having to buy right-of-way from landowners in certain areas, so that takes time. When you purchase that right-of-way, you have to look at doing utility relocations. So you've got partners like Encore, AT&T, City of Odessa, City of Midland might have utility lines that are running along those corridors. So we have to give those companies and entities time to relocate those utilities for our projects to come in. And then by the time you have to start doing all the underground work, we're adding illumination. So you got to run your conduits for your lights, for your electricity. You've got your storm drains, your culverts, culvert upgrades and things like that go in. You have to build an embankment. You have to build the overpasses. So all of those things just take a long time.
With increased construction on busy roads and highways in the area, it can cause traffic congestion and accidents. Both cities are trying their best to navigate through all of the construction areas.
A lot of traffic difficulties and delays and other frustrations that happen along with the construction. And so we're doing the best that we can to navigate that while the construction is ongoing.
But there's some good news for drivers that can make traveling a little easier. TxDOT has a website called basin20.org where you can see live delays, construction, and many more. Head over to yourbasin.com to learn more about this navigation tool. Reporting along Interstate 20, I'm Lidiana Reyes.
All right, Lidiana, thank you. The projects at Cotton Flat and Midkiff have been going on since 2022, and TxDOT hopes to be done by this late summer or early fall.